At any given moment online, you have only two choices. You're either creating content or consuming it. If you have a product, service, or idea you want to put out there, you need to know about these 5 psychological triggers that capture immediate attention. If you have no reason to capture attention online, or offline for that matter, take a moment to notice how your attention is being captured, because whether you realize it or not, marketing is being done to you every single day. My name is Bunnet. I'm a digital marketing and branding strategist, and today I want to answer one of the most frequent questions in digital marketing. What are the key things that grab people's attention? So let's break down the 5 psychological triggers deeply rooted in human behavior that make people stop and pay attention. The first is being familiar or being a recognized face. Some time ago, when I was editing video episodes of the Buce podcast, an Albanian podcast that I highly recommend for Albanian speakers, by the way, I was watching and rewatching conversations, trying to understand the personalities and ideas of the guests. Then something unexpected happened. When I met some of these guests in real life, at events and social gatherings, not only I recognized them instantly, but I felt a sense of familiarity, as if we had been friends for months or even years. But for them, it was the first time seeing me. They were surprised by my enthusiasm, and to be honest, so was I. At first, I couldn't quite explain it in theory, but later on I came across a study suggesting that it takes around 34 hours of interaction to form a friendship. Another study claims it's between 40 and 60 hours. Entrepreneur Daniel Priestley even talks about the 7-hour rule of friendship. But whether it's 7, 34, or 60 hours, one thing is clear. The more time we spend with someone, the more familiar and connected we feel to them. And here's the crazy part. It doesn't have to be a two-way interaction. It doesn't have to be in person. It doesn't even have to be real time. The more someone sees you, the more familiar you become. And the more familiar you are, the more of their attention you'll attract in the future, whether online, in business, at networking events, in a job interview, and so on. This is exactly why content creation is so crucial in digital marketing. If you have a business or a brand, you need to show up consistently. But don't just be visible, be valuable. Sometimes random and messy content can hurt your brand more than help it. So have a clear brand strategy, create content that adds real value, and stick to it. The second thing that grabs attention is the strange or the different. Our brains are built to filter out anything that seems ordinary or predictable. We go through most of our day on autopilot, ignoring things that don't seem immediately relevant. But the moment something unusual pops up, our brain snaps to attention. Why? Because the strange raises questions, curiosity, and even triggers a sense of alertness. Our minds wonder if it's a threat, an opportunity, or something that disrupts our sense of normality. On social media, you'll often see influencers going to unimaginable extremes just to make people stop scrolling. Be careful though. Shocking content might grab attention, but if it doesn't align with your brand, it won't build long-term trust. If you use the power of being strange, do it to reinforce your message, not to distract from it. The third is sex appeal. This one is probably the most obvious of all. It's a deeply ingrained instinct essential for our species' reproduction and continuity. Our brains are simply programmed to react to sexual appearances. But the truth is, not everyone can or even wants to use sex appeal to grab attention. Think about how often digital creators use sexual attractiveness to boost engagement. But without substance, their approach has rarely proven to build long-term trust. Relying only on sex appeal to grab attention might generate clicks, but it can also cheapen your brand and undermine credibility. If your brand is built mainly on it, you'll have a hard time establishing a solid foundation. I know, it's an undeniable reality that some businesses operate solely on that basis, but if you're not one of those, you better not use sex appeal as your primary attention trigger. And by the way, those businesses are not taking marketing advice from me anyway, so we're all good. Number 4 is fear. If there is one thing guaranteed to grab attention, it's fear. Fear taps into our survival instinct, making our brain go, pay attention to this so you can protect yourself. That's why News headlines are always packed with crimes, disasters, worst case scenarios, crises, and everything. The entire news industry profits from exploiting this psychological aspect of us humans. But here's the thing, using fear in marketing is a double-edged sword. If you overdo it and manipulate people, you'll destroy your brand's credibility just like the news industry has. Their credibility is at an all-time low, and more people than ever are calling to stop watching the news, me included. The best brands use fear ethically, not to create panic, but to highlight real problems and provide genuine solutions. The last one is giving things for free. The act of giving for free, or altruism, can grab attention because of its social and psychological impact. Why does this work in marketing? The indirect approach is because observing or engaging in altruistic behavior can evoke positive emotional responses. These actions deviate from self-interest and highlight generosity and compassion. Faces of charity organizations, YouTube celebrities giving away iPhones to random people in the street, someone giving flowers to random strangers. We humans love these things and we bombard them with views and likes and shares even when we know they're staged. The direct approach is that when someone receives something valuable for free, they feel a natural desire to give back, whether that's by supporting your business, engaging with your content, or spreading the word. Finally, to recap, here are the 5 psychological triggers that grab people's attention. The first is being familiar or being a recognized face, appearing different or strange, sex appeal, fear, and giving things for free. I personally recommend focusing on these 2. Becoming a familiar face by creating valuable content so you can become a recognized face for your audience. And also, give things for free. Stop selling and start helping. Offer value first and trust will naturally follow. However, the decision is yours to apply the ones that align with your brand and your personality, and stay away from those that don't feel right for you. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or need help with branding or digital marketing, feel free to reach out. See you in the next one. Take care and good luck with your projects.